Guys, it is finally 2026, and with it being 2026, we're having so many new releases for movies, games, TV shows, etc. But mainly, most importantly, books. So I have 37 books for you guys to go ahead and add to your list, so you could be able to go to either your local bookstore or your Barnes and Nobles to go ahead and pick this list up. Because when I say I got some juicy ones, I got some juicy ones. It took some research, but we're gonna go ahead and roll right into this video. So welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, I'm Garcella Robinson. This is my little part of the world where I talk about books, anything that's happened in the book community, and of course whatever I want, because this is my channel. So if you must not know, I have been doing some research. Okay, I've been doing some research. I've been planning for this video so I can be able to give you guys and give myself all the new releases that I'm really looking forward to, and ones that just really pulled my attention, so I know when it's time to go to the bookstore on my next trip. I have a lot, okay, a lot of books to pull from. So if you are not new to here and you're used to being on my channel, you know that I usually do a part 1 and part 2. I really didn't like the way that I did the last one, where I did half of the year and then I did the other half, because there are some books that I really just can't wait to put the dates on here, especially if the dates are already out. So I'm figuring that I'm just gonna do one, and if I end up finding some new releases that I end up missing by the end of the year, then I'll do a video for that one too. But this goes throughout the whole entire year, so go ahead, strap up and get your notebook too, so we can go ahead and write these great releases down. So guys, the first book that I want to mention is Through the Gates of Garnet and Gold. This book released January 6th. I have been looking forward to the 11th book in the series. Now, of course, if you have not read this, it's by Shawnee McGuire. I really love this series, especially the magical and mystical world that she end up accumulating together. And for this one, we end up going back to another character. I'm not going to go too much into it, especially if you guys have not read the series, because I don't want to give no spoilers. But this is pretty much a recap of a character that was already mentioned in the before books. She finally finds her door, if this makes sense to you, and we end up getting a whole story on her coming back into the Wayward Children home and trying to get help from her friends to be able to figure out the mystery. I really can't wait to pick this up. I usually read this on my Kindle, or I'll download the book. So yes, I'm really excited for this one, and that's the first one that I have to mention. The next one that I have to mention is Half His Age by Jeanette McCurdy. This drops January 20th. I will say, I don't really like age gap romances. This is supposed to be a book about a young girl who's really, like, she finally gets some attention from her teacher, and she want to be desired by him, and she don't care doing anything that she has to be able to be seen by him, even if that comes with him having a wife, him having kids, having bills to pay, and also being his teacher. Now, I just want to mention, I feel like I'm excited by this because I want to see what else Jeanette McCurdy can do, especially with her coming out with after she came out with I'm Glad My Mom Died. I really, I wouldn't say I love that book because it's supposed to be a story about her, but I really loved how she wrote and told the story, and how she related to us in a way that was a lot understanding, and you know, just to help us understand how, like, where she went in that time of kind of her disappearing from the scene and stuff like that. So that was really an awesome tale to be able to experience that. So her coming out with a different book, something really different, I'm excited about. I just don't like age gap romances, especially when it's with the teacher. I just not my cup of tea, or with a girl who's in school, you know. But I can't wait to read it, just to be able to get more of a feel from her, and like I said, see what else she has in store for us. The next one is another short story by T. Kingfisher. It's called Nine Goblins. This comes out January 20th also. I'm really excited for this. I love a good short story, and especially when it's centering around somebody different from the typical humans, especially because we're going to be getting this in a poll of, you know, how we perceive goblins to be. So I feel like that will be really different, and also, you know, it can add to your girl count. So it'll work. But Yes, I'm really excited to read this. Like same with this one, I don't plan on buying the physical copy. I do plan on reading this on either my Kindle app or downloading the, EPUB. But yes, I'm really excited for this. Especially, I love a good adventure book, and this one will definitely give me everything that I need in the short 160 pages that it is. The next book that I want to mention, when I ended up finding this, I was so well, not even that I was so excited. I am excited of when the book finally drops because I definitely will be picking this up, and that's Sundown Girls. Sorry, that's Sundown Girls. It drops the 27th of January. I'm really really excited for this. It's a black YA thriller, about a girl. She ended up going to this town for a vacation, and she ended up getting wrapped into this mystery of a history that's being told of two girls going missing. She feel like she have a connection, and no one believes her. So she ended up going on a search to find these missing girls herself, and also address all the trauma and things that she have been leaving behind in the past that starts to come to fruition. Okay, that sounds really really good. And don't even get me started on this cover. And it doesn't make it any better that this is a black white thriller. Like, go ahead and sign me up. Go ahead and sign me up. But yes, this also will be the first book that I ever read by this author, so that is a little bit exciting too. But yeah, I can't wait to add it to the collection, and I hope you guys too. You guys do too. Now, of course, we gotta add some romances in here, and it doesn't make it better that this book drops in February. Okay, February 3rd, and that's Love from the Cosmos. Now this one, it sounds really really good, and I can't wait to pick it up. It's about a girl. She ended up pretty much being this perfect girl for her parents, so she finally want to step out of her comfort zone, so she ended up going on a dating app. But when she goes on the dating app, it pretty much is supposed to kind of like find your sign. Like, it goes based off your birthday and who will be most compatible with you. And it says it pretty much got 100% foolproof working thing. So she like, okay, yeah, I want to try it out. But when she tries it out, it ended up not working, and she's the first failure of this plan. But she doesn't know that it's ran by the gods. So they're pretty much just trying to keep it a secret. So they end up sending a god to come and help her find her true love by being a dating coach for her to find her perfect match, so she can, so the whole entire problem could go away, because they don't want their app to end up not working and not finding love for other people. It's supposed to be like, it's like gods, but it's more like, I guess if you count Cupid as a god. But yeah, like a whole Cupid family, and they all try to, find love for people and make sure that it works. So now they got to fix their problem secretly, of course, and hopefully not fall in love themselves. Now, the next book that I'm excited for is Red Star Rebels. This will be the first book that I read by Amy Kaufman without Jay Kristoff. If y'all don't know who she is, she helped make the Illuminati series with him, and also the Aurora Rising series by him. Like, I know some people do know her. I just read those books because Jay Kristoff was in it. So I want to be able to give her a chance, especially because she planned on bringing her own sci-fi to the mix this year. This also drops 10th of February, if I did not mention it. And for this one, it's about pretty much like, I feel like it gives like a little bit of Aurora Rising, but maybe in her own twist, and of course with some romance, But yes, it's about a girl. She's a stowaway, and she also teamed up with this pretty much a enemy of hers, and the world is going to end in 8 hours, so they have to find a way to have the world not end in those 8 hours, and also potentially fall in love in those 8 hours. Yeah, sound good. I'm already eating up half of these books. Okay, they sound good. I can't wait to get it, and hopefully get that same feeling of Aurora Rising, because I would love to be transformed. Like, I would love to be transferred back into that world, and yes, I can't wait. So if you must not know, I have been ranting and raving about Matt Denneman, okay? He's the one who made Dungeon Crawler Carl. I've just finished that book, and I'm hoping to add it in all the books that I read in my January wrap up. But either way, spoiler, okay, I rated that book 5 stars. My sister reading right now. My brother want to read it next. Like, that book is so good. It's so funny. And to know that he's coming out with another book that's not a part of the series is just like, I don't know, it's such a refresher. And also it's kind of nice because I just got into him, but I can see myself falling in love with this author already. And the book is called Operation Bounce House. This dropped on the 10th of February. I can't wait to pick this up. I really didn't read too much into it, but I feel like with him, like, sometimes it's a little okay with going in blind. Like, I feel like his stories kind of like I feel like the premise, even though it pulls you in, the words in his books pulls you in even more. And also the comedy that he has in these sci-fi novels, like, he just does such a great job. And I know I'm speaking on this, and this is the first book I read by him, but I can already tell that he's gonna become a favorite of mine, and also get the last going. Like, I feel like it's been a minute since I've read a book, and it automatically makes me want to jump into the second book. If I didn't have plans already, I would be reading that book right now, but I must get other books done. But yes, I can't wait to read this one, and I hope you guys add this one to your list also, because Matt Denneman, he gonna have you giggling, okay? He gonna have you giggling, kicking your feet, laughing, everything, and most importantly, falling in love with every character that he brings to the page. The good ones, not the enemies. Now the next one that I have is Longing for the Alien Cowboy. If you the Alien Cowboy. If you must not know, okay? If you must not know, I love me a good alien romance, okay? Ruby Dixon, what's a new one, Kimberly Lemming, and many, many more. A lot of the times I kind of just read one, but I really love a good alien romance. And this is the 8th book in the series. So if you have not picked anything up by this author and you love Kimberly Lemming and Ruby Dixon, Ursa Dax is for you, okay? This book drops the 20th of February. Now for this one, we have a OB-GYN. So it's pretty much like a planet, right? And it's like a kind of like a prison planet, and all these kid aliens get sent there if they do like the smallest thing. Like, say if they hungry, they end up stealing, they like, okay, you getting sent to the planet. Or say that if they getting abused and it's self-defense and they kill like their whoever is in charge of them, they get sent to this planet. So they kind of was like, okay, they've been doing a good job and we need to keep them occupied, so let's go ahead and have them have mail order brides. But for this one, you don't really deal with the prisoners. This one is about the warden and him falling in love with the new OB-GYN, especially because since all of these new females are coming to this planet, they want to be able to have a OB-GYN to help them through the process of having babies and taking care of the women also. So I can't wait to get to this romance, and I definitely can't wait to see the character art, because I'm telling you guys, her kind of like her covers are so beautiful and represent the story so much. And I love that she has all she like pretty much this. Ursa Dax really don't care for her, like, not, I wouldn't say she don't care for her women, but she has all representations for women, and I love that so much. I feel like a lot of the time with both black and white authors, you don't see that mix of kind of like falling into those characters no matter the race, and she does that beautifully. So yes, I can't wait to see the character art and see what character we have next. Now the next one I can't wait to, okay, listen, all right, like, I'm excited for this, but I'm also not excited for this because Amari and the Night Brothers have been letting me down. Okay, it has been letting me down, but I feel like for this fourth one, I might not buy the physical copy. I do have the other three, but I definitely might not buy this one. I possibly will read it on my Kindle and hope for the best. But the next one is Amari and the Metalwork Menace. This drops the 24th of February. So I'm not going to get too much into it. I feel like with this being a series, there's not really that much I can go over without giving spoilers. But it is about a girl, her brother go missing. Her brother go missing, but he was hiding a whole bunch of secrets, and she ended up getting accepted into this magical summer camp. And while she there, she ended up figuring out so much things about her brother, and hopefully she's able to find out the secret of what happened to him. And she used this as the opportunity to look for him and realize that there's more to this world than she could possibly ever know. And with the fourth one coming out, like I said, I'm not too excited for it. I'm excited to be able to support the author because the first book is good. I don't know if he rushed. Okay, I'm not going to get into it. But yes, I'm excited for this book. I can't wait till it comes out. But I will not be getting the physical copy. I feel like I don't learn my lesson and he burned me on that third book. But hopefully, with series, especially with young adult, hopefully it could turn around. And that was just his, kind of like his, frozen point of, I just need a book out right now. And the fourth one ended up becoming even better than the third. So hopefully he turned it around, okay? Because if not, this might be the last book that I read. So put this on your list, put the whole series on your list, but be cautious, okay? Because I did not like the third one. Not saying that you won't, but I didn't. Y'all, Take a moment of silence with me, okay? A moment. A moment of silence. I literally cannot wait for this book to drop, and that is The Secret World of Maggie Gray. Okay, like, this book is already out if you want to check it out on Kindle, but she is finally coming out with a physical copy. Okay, when I saw that this book was coming out, I went on Amazon. I was so prepared to buy it, but she stopped selling them because it's going to be in stores on the 24th of February. Okay, if you have not read this series, literally put this one, if out of all these books, put this one on your calendar. Okay, I cannot wait to read this. I heard the world is beautifully done, the characters, just everything, and I'm just so excited. I'm just so excited. It's supposed to be kind of like a college. I feel like it'd give Harry Potter, maybe not Harry Potter, but a college of paranormal. We have so many stories, so many characters, and yes, I can't wait until it comes to Barnes and Nobles. I literally cannot wait to be able to have that physical copy in my hand. And when I say I'm dropping every book that's on my TBR, I'm dropping every book, and I'm picking this up. That's all I got to say. I will be there on the 24th to get this book. The next one that I will be mentioning is Cleopatra. This comes out on the 24th of February. This is well, if you know by the title, this is a retelling of Cleopatra and her story on how the author perceives it. And I feel like what pulled me in was that ending of the synopsis. She says, this is not how about how I died. This is about how I lived. When I say this author has bars, this author has bars. I can't wait to pick this up. I've always wanted to read a retelling of Cleopatra, just not something that's super old. But yes, I feel like we always get the Greek gods, but finally we're gonna have a different story, a different telling of, yeah, our own kind of like ideal of history. So yes, I can't wait to pick this up, and hopefully you guys can't wait to pick it up either. The next book that I can't wait to come out is Written on Ice. This is about, I feel like, you don't get a lot of stories where we end up getting the story of an Afro-Latina. And well, this of course is a black romance, but just that one just pulled my attention the most. The Afro-Latina, like, what this author got in store for us, especially with this being the first book that I ever read by this author. Once again, this is Written on Ice. It comes out the 24th of February also, and she kind of gives it as icebreaker with a hint of good, well, not even a hint, icebreaker and Good Girls Guide to Murder. I read Good Girls Guide to Murder. I didn't read icebreaker. But I can't wait to read this book. I feel like it's going to be really something different. It's about a black hockey player and an Afro-Latina figure skater, and they both end up getting wrapped up in a mystery that they didn't expect to happen, and having to kind of like either clear their name or figure out what happens, because I believe it's like a blackmail type of thing. But yes, I'm excited to read it. I feel like with romances and things like this, I am completely okay with going in blind. But yes, if you want to check it out, you can go on Goodreads or look it up on Google to be able to get more of, the pretty much the synopsis. But that's pretty much how I can explain it. It's just two people going on a mystery, and yeah, and possibly falling in love. Can't forget about that one. The next one that we have is called Mayhem and the Mortal. This is written by Shanora Williams. This comes out March 3rd, and I don't know how many times I have to say it, but I'm excited about this one too. We have a sister who's she end up wanting to help her sister who's kind of like cursed, and she, in her words, she says she's not looking for a guy. Well, she's not looking for nothing. She's looking for a weapon to be able to help save her sister. She has to go on this dangerous mission, and the only person that will help to guide her through this place called the Shallows is a guy who's shifty, dark, morally gray. Do I need to go on? But yeah, she doesn't trust him, but she also needs his help to go and save her sister. And when I say I can't wait to get this book, I can't wait to get this book. And don't even get me started on that cover, okay? I feel like it's so beautiful, and yeah, I just can't wait to get into it. I feel like it's going to be a good story, and it doesn't help that the cover is my favorite colors, okay? That does not help, but it's a little hint. The next book that I have for you, if you must not know, I am a lover a lover, okay, of Deanna Gray. And she's coming out with a new book this year, and that is They Wouldn't Dare. It comes out on the 12th of March. I am so happy about, I'm excited about this book, okay, beyond excited. For this one, we have a girl and a guy. They have been daring each other for the end of time, and both of them are competitive, so they don't say no to any dare. And then it comes a time where he dares her to be his fake girlfriend, and she says, how hard can it be? Okay, how hard can it be? Like, literally, this is setting up for a perfect good romance. All right, that's gonna have us all in our feels. Like, I just can't wait. And Deanna Gray never disappoints. I'm already reading her third book in the Mendel Hawk series, and I'm loving that so much. I love the difference in how she can do her characters, how she portrays them, and how she can just switch the story up. I feel like no character in her books ever sound the same or have the same personality. She also gives them, I feel like, disorder. I wouldn't say disorders, but she kind of do give them more of a real life appeal. Like the book that I'm reading now, for them, one of the girls have really bad anxiety, and I love that so much. Like, she embodies how black women should be seen in books, and even hopefully in movies. Like, I would love to see her do a screenplay of some black romance. Like, I feel like she would eat all them up in that script writing. But that's not what we're here for. We're here for her book, and I can't wait to read this and, add it to my list. Add it to my list, and hopefully, once again, add it to yours. The next book that we have is In Amorta. This is by Ava Reed. It comes out on the 17th of March. Oops, sorry, I got hair on my... The 17th of March. And this one is about, in their words, necromancy, vengeance, and the passion for love. Okay? So for this one, her pretty much the whole entire island that they live on practices in necromancy, and for them to, like, the whole world, like their whole world comes crashing down when a lot of things end up happening, and she's tasked with helping her sister get married to the prince so it can lift their curse. But also, while she's doing that to help her, family member, she was tasked by the person who gave her the order in the first place, is to not fall in love. But the more she helps her sister out with marrying the prince, the more she realizes that she has feelings for him also. The next book we have is Daughter of Crows. This book is by Mark Lawrence. It comes out the 24th of March. And this one we have a girl, her name is Rue. She ended up selling herself to academy. In this academy, they teach these these girls to become thieves, become punishers, become the embodiment of retribution. And for them to do that, they have to be able to sell their soul to them. So after she ended up doing her time, she ended up finally finding peace. But war ended up coming to her door, and she has to find out a way to get out of that. I am excited about this book. This will be my first book by Mark Lawrence. He has other books, but they don't really pull my attention as much as this book do, especially that cover. But yes, they don't pull my attention as much as that book too. So hopefully in the comments you guys could let me know how you like his other books if you have read them. But for this one, I am excited about, and I can't wait to hopefully end up adding this to my collection. The next book that we have to mention is The Escape Game by Marissa Meyer and Tamara Moss. Now, if you must know, I am a lover and a must buyer of Marissa Meyer, okay? I love her books so much, and this is definitely something that's out of her, I wouldn't say out of her realm, because even in her other books, it was a little bit of a mystery with a splash, well, I wouldn't say a splash. It was YA, mystery, romance, just everything, retellings in the whole nines, okay? So in this one, there is a game, The Escape Game, and in that game, the last season, a girl end up dying on set. So they are brought back, and she don't really go much into the story of the main girl, but she's there to find out what happened to Alicia, pretty much that all of the cast has to solve, and also to get revenge on whoever killed her. The next book we will be mentioning is To Steal a Throne by Gabby Burton. This book drops April 7th. Now, in this one, we have our main character. She is a server, but people don't know that she has been running the whole entire empire in the background because her magic permits it. she's able to run the court as she see fit until a whole entire trial end up coming, and she end up meeting a newcomer who put everything in question. But as the time going by and she's entered herself into this entire drama, okay, she wants to be able to finally stop hiding in the shadows and come to the light and be able to rule as she was meant to, because she has been ruling this kingdom from the get-go. But to be able to do that, she will have to betray her brother and the newcomer that she could potentially fall in love with. Now, if that don't sound good, if that don't sound good, I can't wait till this book to drop. And once again, this is also a new author for me, so it's going to be a little different. You know, with every author, they have their own writing style on how they want to be able to tell their story, and I definitely can't wait to read this one too. The next book that I want to mention is one that I'm really, really excited for. This is the second book in the Forever Falling. If you have not read the first one, it's only for the week. This is the second book to that one, and it's called The Art of Loving You. This book drops on the 14th of April. I know, a little bit past ways, but I'm still excited to be able to read this book. Now, for this one, this is something that's out of my comfort zone. I feel like Only for the Week was a little bit out of my comfort zone too, but I end up really loving it. So for romances, I'm really trying to, once again, like I said, get out of my comfort zone. And one of the tropes that I hate the most is second chance romances. But I want to be able to give Natasha Bishop a chance because she really surprised me with Only for the Week, and I end up loving that book. So I'm hoping to love this one too, especially because this second chance romance is something that I feel like I can get down with. For this one, they end up having a close friend or close relatives. It's not really mentioned, but they end up getting pretty much a dying wish from this person after they done died, to do a scavenger hunt together in a road trip, and pretty much do everything that she wanted to do while she was living. And she ended up inviting these two to be on the road together for as long as maybe until they finish this scavenger hunt. But for them to be able to finish the scavenger hunt, they have to be able to get past everything that ended up happening between them and all of the lost love that they end up forgetting, especially with him wanting to make back up for him letting go of her, and for her to be able to get past of not loving him and not being open to romance ever again. So yes, this sounds really, really good, and I feel like I really can get behind this, and here's to hoping that I love this. But yes, I can't wait to read it. The next book that I can't wait to read, or wait till the release drops, is Big Girl Blitz. Now, this is the third book in the Curvy Girl Summer series, or Curvy Girl series. I really can't wait to read this. I feel like I was so surprised and blown away by the first book, especially the romance in it. I still need to pick up Plus Size Player, which I am really looking forward to. And for this one, we have our main character. Her name is Jazz. She has this auntie that she really, really looks up to, and while going through life, her auntie's health ended up taking a drastic turn, and her auntie tells her, like, oh, you still need to live your life, you need to be able to do all the things that you want. Just because I'm dying doesn't mean your life needs to stop. So she put everything on the back burner, even falling in love. And it isn't until she go to a sports bar where she end up meeting a guy where this potential that her auntie want her to have can possibly come to fruition. It sounds so good. I can't wait to read it. This book also, if I have not mentioned it, this book drops on the 14th of April. And guys, look forward to it, because I'm not going to lie, Danielle Allen has not, I would say, okay, it's the first book for me, especially with Curvy Girl Summer, but I already feel that she will not be disappointing, and I can't wait to pick up the second one too. I really need to push forward with it. I do want to pick it up this year, so hopefully I get to it soon, so when the third book drops, I am ready and prepared to be thrown back into this world again. The next book that we have to mention is The Genie Game. This is the author of the person who made the Raybear duology, which I really liked. I really liked. Okay, I want to say I really liked it. I feel like it wasn't, I wouldn't say it's spectacular, but it's a really good book to read. And for this Genie Game, we end up having our main character. This is a middle grade. We end up having our main character. She end up only having 2 wishes, and that is to be a top engineer, I believe. To be a top engineer, and also to find her sister Mingo, who went missing. So she ended up getting inputted into these trials to where they grant the competition 3 wishes from the 3 genies that's in charge of it. They end up granting her 3 wishes. But as she's going through the trial, she's starting to realize that the 3 genies really do not want her to win. and she wants to be able to figure out why. Now, this book drops the 21st of April, if I have not mentioned it, and that is the Genie Game. And yeah, I'm excited for this one too. I really love a good middle grade. I feel like a middle grade doesn't take much to pull me in. I feel like it's always something different and something worth exploring. Like it's always a good time with the middle grade. I feel like it's always a good time. I feel like the expectations are never too high, but it still always leave you wanting. So I can't wait to jump into this series. The next book that I want to mention is Witch Queen Rising. This book drops on April 21st. And this book, we have our main girl. She ended up running away from the witches and to go live her own life, to just pretty much to go live her own life and get away from that world. But after she runs away, the main prime end up dying, and usually after that, the title of the lead witch end up passing down to either the rival house or the house that she was in before, but it end up passing down to her. And after she goes back, she's starting to realize there's so much things in store, especially with a lot of witches starting to get sick. And she must be able to navigate her past and navigate the pretty much people hating her and not understanding why she ended up becoming the lead witch after running away. Yes, I can't wait to read this. This will also be a first author read for me. I have not read anything from this author, but I feel like it's just so enticing, especially the cover. I feel like a cover always pulls me in, okay? It always pulls me in, and this one is no better. And it doesn't, once again, it don't make it no better because I love to read books about witches, all right? Witches and aliens, anything paranormal, it got me. It got me, okay? And this one isn't any less better. If you're a lover of the J City or J Legacy series, you would know Fonda Lee wouldn't even need to put out the date, and I would still be waiting for any book that she writes to come out, okay? And that the next book that she would be coming out with is The Last Contract of Isako. This book is set to drop May 5th. Now, so pretty much in this book we have our main character. It's pretty much a space opera where the main character, her pretty much the person she looks up to, is set to retire, and she plans on following along with them. But she ended up getting one last contract, and she's like, okay, let me go ahead and do it, knock it out, get a little bit of money, and I'm gonna go about my way and go ahead and retire. But in this contract, it is nothing like she expected, and it has her going way above and beyond that she planned to. But she wants to be able to finish this last contract before she go into retirement. So yes, I can't wait to read this. I feel like I don't even need a lot, okay? I don't even need a lot. All it has to say is Fonda Lee on it, and I'm buying. I know that's bad. I know it's bad. But if you read the J Legacy series, you will understand. Like, this woman, beautiful writing, okay? Beautiful writing. Like, and don't even get me started on her character. She do not care. Like, she do not care who she got to get rid of. And I feel like there's no better author than someone who's willing to sacrifice even our best characters to be able to give us a good story. I feel like in a lot of books that is lacking now, but for her, she don't care. She don't care. She was like, I came to entertain, and that's what I'm gonna do. If anybody feelings. But yes, I can't wait to read this one, and hopefully you guys can't wait to pick it up too. And if you haven't read the Jade Legacy series before this book comes out, I would definitely recommend to read that series, but be prepared, okay? Be prepared. If you don't like to be let down, then maybe it's not for you. But if you love a good story and you're willing to make that sacrifice, then yes, it is a great story. The next book that I want to mention, I'm not really going to go too much in the background of it. If you were at Six of Crows, this is the 2.5 version of it. It's called A Dark Shore, Letters from Kitterdam. This is, once again, the 2.5. This book is set to drop June 30th. It's like, a short story of it. But she has been saying I've been hearing talk of the second book in the Six of Crows not being the only two. And that she could possibly come out with a third one. I really love that series. I didn't like the main character, but I really love that series. So I'm really hoping with this 2.5 is very promising to lead us into another book, because I feel like there's so much more that she can write. Not too much where it's, a little overdone, but I do feel like there's one more book that she can give us from this series, and hopefully we get it soon, and hopefully this is the walk into that third book, okay? Like, I'm thinking 2027. What about y'all? Or December? Yeah, maybe. But I'm looking forward to this one, and give me a little bit more of this entire group, and yeah, I can't wait. I'm excited. Now, the next book that I have to mention is The Red God by Pierce Brown. This is the seventh and last book, I believe, in his series. I can't wait for this. For this one too, I'm not gonna go more into the synopsis because I'm currently on the fifth book. It is like kind of like a space, like it's really a sci-fi with slaves, you know, higher ups, and pretty much breaking the bond of that. I feel like if I want to sum that up, that's pretty much what it would be. I really love this series. I really need to get into the fifth book. I've been really slacking, but with the book coming out this year on June 30th, with the book coming out with this year, I feel like this is the perfect opportunity to kind of push me forward to get more into the, well, to finish those last couple of books so I can be able to knock this series out and go ahead and wrap it up with a pretty bow. But I've loved every single book that I've read in this series so far. So yes, that's why I wanted to add this onto the list. I feel like there's a lot more series that's coming out that's of books where I got the first one but don't have the other ones. And with those ones, since I haven't read the first one, I can't really anticipate, right, except for one, okay, except for one, but I can't really anticipate those books, you know, being anticipated release for me if I haven't even read the first one. But for this one I did, so I'm ready. Okay, I'm ready. I'm gonna knock that fifth book out, that fifth and hopefully the sixth book out this year. All right, if I got time. Well, it's only January, so I got time. But if I can make time between the other books that I want to read, you know, because I didn't read not one last year. So, but yes, I'm excited for Red God. The next book that I am happy to put on this list, that is The Case of Elmwood Ranch by Deanna Gray. Now, for this one, she don't really have a full synopsis out, but it is set to release this year. Like I said, y'all know I love me some Deanna Gray. So her coming out with 2 books is literally just the cherry on top. Like, I can't wait. And for her little small synopsis, she do mention we got a paranormal investigator, a loner horse rancher, and a haunted house. This is also a LGBTQ story. So a little something different for me, but you know, I don't care. If it's a good story, it's a good story. I'm going to eat it up. Now we got something a little different. I believe this is the first horror that I'm mentioning for this anticipated release, and it is a YA horror at that. And it's called Funerals Are Only for the Living. This is about a girl, her and her sister end up getting in a car crash, and her sister dies. Her mom is too busy, kind of checked out to be able to take care of her funeral, so they end up going to the next town over, which is named by a slave owner. She goes there, she buries her sister, and a whole bunch of occurrences end up happening, and she ended up getting kidnapped by a racist cult. She ended up getting kidnapped by a racist cult, and she wants to investigate and still protect her sister, even if it's just a dead body. I can't wait to read this. This sounds very promising, and I feel like it's going to be a really good story, okay? So, you know, put this on y'all list. And if I didn't explain it good enough, because I feel like I have such a short time, you know, and I have to fit all these books in this short amount of time. But yes, I would recommend picking this up. I feel like this is really going to be a good read. And don't even get me started on that cover. Like, there's so many covers that's been coming out, and they've been eating. Whoever doing these covers, they need to clap it up for themselves, pat themselves on the back, okay? Because it's been pulling me in, and this one isn't any better. So in the next series of The Crowns of Nixia, she's giving us another duology. I feel like she could end it, but I feel like with her changing the romance of each character kind of like gives her that leeway to continue writing books. And the next book that she has for us is The Lions and the Deathless Dark. This is set to release August 4th. I am excited. I'm a little excited about it. I don't really know. I feel like with each duology, it's just something to read. That's just to me. I feel like it's nothing spectacular, but it is very worthwhile, especially if you want to just kind of like let the time go by and just read something that you don't need to think too much about, especially with paranormal, okay? But yes, I can't wait for this one. In this one we have a girl who's running away, like pretty much she done made herself a target for the gods, and she has to team up with the vampire to be able to get out of their eyesight, and you know, things end up happening, okay? Things end up happening. But yes, I can't wait to get to this one. I feel like I probably won't end up getting to it the day that it drops, but especially because I still need to read the Fallen and the Kiss of Dusk. Yeah, The Fallen and the Kiss of Dusk. I don't think I read that one, but I still need to get to that one. So I am going to read that one first to see if I want to continue with this series. But if so, I do have this on my list. And, you know, to get some more Clarissa Broadbent, she do have some good stories. I do feel like it's a little repetitive. But, yes, I can't wait for it. So guys, I'm trying to be quick. We only have 7 more books left. All right, and the next one that I want to mention is Ghost in the Night by Tiffany D. Jackson. This is set to release August 4th. This will be, I wouldn't say this is going to be the first read by her, is because I plan on picking up another book by her hopefully soon, in another book haul. But yes, I'm hoping to pick this one up really soon. And this one is about a girl. She's the only black girl on a ghost tour. Yeah, I feel like Tiffany D. Jackson is really known for her horror, so I really can't wait to read this one. I didn't get too much into the synopsis because the cover pulled me in, but I've been hearing a lot of great things by Tiffany D. Jackson, and I'm hoping with me reading The Scammer, it could really entice me to go ahead and pick some more books up from her. But that will be my initiation to this author, and hopefully this will be the second one into reading from this author. So yes. The next one is The Unknown by Riley Sager. I have really gotten into his books. I've been really loving them, and this is a new book that he is coming out with that I can't wait to read. It comes out August 4th. And in this one, there has been a story of 5 girls going missing, and it's happening again. This girl, she ended up getting hired to become an actor to be able to kind of like low-key investigate it, but also do a good murder mystery, horror type thing in this pretty much in this casting. But she doesn't realize that she has to go to the island where the girls first went missing to go ahead and shoot the scene, and they're going to be there for a week. And as they're there, a whole bunch of things end up happening, and it's starting to happen again to the castmates, and they only have themselves to rely on when trying to discover what's happening on this island. The next one that we have to mention is The Death Card by Jasmine Smith. This is set to release on August 11th. And this one, our main character, she is a witch and she do tarot readings. She did a tarot reading for a girl, and in that thing, she ended up getting a premonition where that girl is going to kill her. So she ended up spending time with her, trying to figure out why she is getting, why would she end up wanting to marry, I'm tripping. Why would she end up wanting to kill her if she don't even know the girl? So as they end up spending time together, and her knowing that her death is coming, a lot of witches end up starting to lose their powers. There's a lot of dark magic going on, and she also slowly is finding herself falling in love or liking the girl that is supposed to murder her. Now, I feel like this book sounds really good to me, and I feel like, once again, the cover always pulls me in. Okay, the cover always pulls me in, and I feel like this will be a good story. I feel like it's something that, like, is really nothing that I've ever heard before. I'm really looking forward to it, and yes, I can't wait to read it. The next one, I feel like the same as those other ones, okay? I am most excited by this, and it doesn't help that this book drops on my birthday, August 18th, and that is I Punished the Alien, and Now We're in Couples Therapy. If you must not know, in 2025, I had fell in love with Miss Kimberly Lemming's writing, okay? This woman literally blew me away. I couldn't help but to skip, jump, hop to go pick up some more of her books. And with this book coming out on my birthday, I feel like it's a sign. It's a sign, okay? It's a sign to be able to get some more books from her. And for this one, we have our main character. She ended up getting snatched up by a spaceship and dropped on an alien planet. And she ended up meeting the king of aliens, or set per se. And after a while, she doesn't realize that she is stuck in pretty much a research center for a breeding program between the aliens. But for them to be able to cover up, they end up saying that it's just couples therapy to an alien she don't even know. But yes, I can't wait to end up reading this. I feel like for Kimberly Lemming, she always have like a funny, silly kind of thing going on, but she always end up giving such a good read and such a great time when reading her books. And for this one, I'm definitely picking up the physical copy when it drops. But yes, I'm so excited to read this. Like, she never disappoints. I feel like there hasn't been a book by her so far that I read and didn't like. I have read 3 books by her. I got the whole entire series for that time I got drunk to save a demon. I got the whole series by her, and I really love them. And yes, I can't wait to continue to read from this author. I really wish that she would drop more books. But listen, I always say I would rather an author take their time and give me something spectacular than rush all their books and get me something that's ass. So, take your time, girl. Take your time, and I'll be ready to pick them up when you got them rolling out. The next book that I have to mention is the third book in the Alex Stern series. It's called Deadbeat. This is set to drop August 31st, 2026. I am really, really excited about this book. I feel like, okay, I'm excited about this book because, I read from Leah Bardugo. I have more books that I read by her. I have not picked up Ninth House, but I heard so many great things. And I know that people love the Ninth House series too. That's why I wanted to put this up here. And also because I'm telling you, I'm not holding back anymore. I really need to knock out those two books. Like, I feel like they've been sitting collecting dust. It's time to pick them up. So I need to, just so I can be prepared to pick up the third book in the series, okay? Because I feel like she won't disappoint. I've been hearing great things. I know I eat from TikTok. I don't really believe half the people that's on there who be giving recommendations, but for this one, I'm going to listen to them, okay? I already bought the first two books, all right? It was a moment of weakness. It was a moment of weakness. But hopefully it's really good, and, I'll be ready to pick up the third one too. Now, this is our third book to the, my anticipated releases. And the third book that I have to mention is Victorious. This is by V.E. Schwab. This is the third book in the Villains duology. Well, it was supposed to be a duology, but I'm guessing it's a trilogy now. Now, if you do not know, I read this in I believe 2023. I'm not 100% sure. 2023 or 2024, I ended up reading the series. And when I read the second book, I felt like the story should have came to an end. Like, it was just dragged on. So, but the thing about it, V. Schwab really is a surprising writer. Like, I feel like I feel like sometimes authors do have that one book that's a flop, okay? And for Villains, I really love the characters. I love the dynamics in the story. I loved everything about it. I just felt like it was dragged on. Like, it was like a run-on sentence. So for her to be coming out with a third book, I don't want to completely put on the background because it could possibly surprise me and make me want to read more, but we not on that one. It's called Victorious. It's supposed to drop October 6th. I am looking forward to reading this. I do not plan on doing a reread, okay? I do not plan on doing a reread. I'm just going to possibly get this as a Kindle or possibly get this as, download, maybe physical copy if I'm feeling it and if the synopsis is really pulling me in. But yes, I'm just going to do a recap. I don't want to do a whole reread, especially with me already feeling like it was a run along sentence anyway. So, yes. This so out of order, but I completely missed this one. I end up the way it's down. I mean, the way that it's put on my list, it's kind of like it's kind of screwed. But the next book that I have, this is another second chance romance for me, and that's Score by Kennedy Ryan. This is the second book in the Hollywood Renaissance series. Okay, I really love the first one. Real, I cannot continue to rave, rant, or whatever the case may be about this book. I really, really loved it. It had me in tears, especially the romance that Kennedy Ryan continues to push out. I really can't wait to read this and especially go back into this world of Hollywood, and especially with black lead actresses and black leads. I feel like that's like she does it in such a beautiful way, and I can't wait to read this one too. I'm just really hoping with second chance. Like I said, I'm really not a second chance girly. Okay, I feel like I had watched a TikTok and it said if you end up messing up the first time, why would I want to read a book about you getting together the second time? Because I feel like I relate to that so much. Like, I'm that type of person that I feel like I don't give people second chances. It's a one and done for me. Like, I don't, yeah, it's a one and done for me. So, but I do want to, I feel like I'm kind of missing out and I want to be able to give it a chance. And I feel like Kennedy Ryan and Danielle Allen is the perfect ones that can do that for me. I feel like this video is running a little long, so I'm not going to go too much into what this story is about, but for Score, it comes out on May 19th, and it's really about the cast that was a part of Real, and it's their story. Okay, it's their story. But yes, I can't wait to read it. I can't wait to get to it. And yes, I can't wait to cry again from Miss Kennedy Ryan, because that woman know how to write, okay? She know how to write. So guys, thank you so much for staying to the end of this video. I had so much time filming this, so much time researching this, especially to be able to bring you guys the dates, to be able to just bring all these books up to the forefront, especially books that you didn't even know were coming out. I feel like when I was looking for a lot of books, it was really hard for me. I don't know why they're hiding in the cuts or why they keep pushing a whole bunch of books that's like, I understand they're popular, but they just be pushing like a whole bunch of books and not not other ones who's not really that mentioned. Like, we just always keep hearing about popular authors. Like, get them on out of here. Their time is done. But let me stop playing. Let me know in the comments if I didn't mention any of the anticipated releases that you guys have said. I would love to be able to look into ones. Maybe there's some that I missed, especially even if it's new authors. Like I feel like you can never have enough books, okay? You can never be able to, you just can't ever have enough books. Now, if you buying a whole bunch of books and you not reading them either, now that's a little bit too much. But if you reading them and buying them, you Gucci. Now, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And guys, I shall see